pass it on to you, 'cause I believe what is said to be true. Said we're here for a good time, not a long time. So have a good time. The sun can't shine every day, and the sun is shining in this rainy city, and the sun is shining. Ooh, isn't it a pity? And every year gotta shed tears. Every now and then it's gotta rain. We're here for a good time, not a long time. So have a good time. The sun can't shine every day, and the sun is shining in this rainy city, and the sun is shining. Ooh, isn't it a pity? And every year gotta shed tears. Every now and then it's gotta rain. We're here for a good time, not a long time. So have a good time. The sun can't shine every day. We're here for a good time, not a long time. So have a good time. The sun can't shine every day. We're here for a good time, not a long time. So have a good time. The sun can't shine every day. So have a good time. The sun can't shine every day. So have a good time. The sun can't shine every day.
We pause.
1, 2, 3. Announcement man. He's got to be an announcement man. Announcement man. He's got to do announcements.
Hello, hello, hello. I'm back. Hello, my name is Brian Forwell. I'm your announcement man for today, and a few things off the top. I'll be looking at you. I won't be looking at the sky. And I'll keep the mic at a parallel to the ground so that way you can hear me properly. So that way you can enjoy my voice. So today is the first Sunday of the month. That means it's birthdays and anniversaries. For those who have a birthday or an anniversary, if you haven't filled out a ballot, there'll be some lovely volunteers. So if you put up your hand, they'll come around with a pencil and paper, and they can fill out your name and also the registered charity that you would like to see some of the portions of today's donations go to. So we'll do a little interlude here, a little soft shoe.
Should we sing happy birthday?
We can sing happy
Yes.
birthday too.
Let's sing happy birthday.
I won't sing happy birthday.
Happy birthday
To you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary.
We forgot to practice.
Drum roll, please. Kathy Anagaragas. Come on up.
Who's the
Thanks for
charity?
coming and filling this out. And your name of the charity is the Parkinson's? Parkinson's. Well, great. We're pleased to meet you. Thanks for coming. Have a good day. Okay, so back to the announcements now. We're going to have a couple class announcements. Classes are continuing for the Foundations of Science of Mind. They are on Wednesdays between 7:30 and 9:30. There you can, if you haven't joined up, there's also, you can just drop in. The drop-in fee is $25. And also, if you register, you can also see the archive classes prior to this coming Wednesday. Another upcoming class, we won't be coming for till the end of May, will be the 4 agreements. That will be taught by our own Reverend. The reason for the bit of delay is for another announcement that, which will also be required for the between May 18th and the 24th, is of volunteers to go to Guatemala. So that's Jonathan's little project in between before then. So that's coming up. So no, that's one of the fundraisers. We're gonna have a fundraiser for that as well. Another fantastic fundraiser is happening today. Is Shop Your Girlfriend's Closet.
Shop your closet. Shop your closet.
And just to try and keep in the theme today, since I don't have a buddy's closet that I can go shop, I thought I'd shop my own. So today we're in a really nice shirt. And as an accessory, my Raymond Weil watch and my sexy shoes, just so I can keep with the motif, because mostly my buddy's closets, it's fishing gear and misplaced tie pins. So today is all about seasonal clothes, accessories, and you do the pricing yourself. If no one buys this stuff, you have to take it with you. And then, because we don't want it here, and give it to...
Speak,
Oh.
Linda. Speak. Speak, Linda. Speak.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
All right, as Brian has said, today is Shop Your Girlfriend's Closets. And just to give you a little tidbit, look at this lovely suede coat. Never used. Thank you, Brian. Never used. Is going to be on display and sold this afternoon, as well as this beautiful one-of-a-kind handbag. And then, too small for me, a nice little jacket, too, a little denim jacket. So please come shop with us today, 12:30. Come, and even if you haven't got anything, come and see the treasures that we have here for you all today. And as you know, this is a fundraiser for us, so we appreciate your support. Thank you.
Thank you, Linda.
Thank you, Linda. Another little project of our Reverend will be coming on Thursday, June 6th at 6 p.m. It's going to be a one-man show, which wonders the case what you're trying to manifest. So this is going to be, the show is called Even Stevens, songs about Sondheim and Schwartz. And the tickets will be on sale today, or not today, they'll be on, next week, April 14th.
Go, come on,
Taz
Brian.
will be here soon. So, okay, so just some office stuff. The next board meeting will be on April 13th at 1 p.m., right after service. We're also going to have on the 27th of April, we're going to have a community meeting after service about growing this center. So come all, bring your ideas, and everything will be, we'll listen to everything and discuss everything that, that will help our center grow in our society here. Coming up for also today, we have some lovely practitioner, I would say 1/3 of our triune of practitioners. Helen Velo is here. I've been listening. And she'll be here to help, just show the light that you really are. So don't leave the center if you have anything on your mind. And if you want something a little more private, we do have in the back a table where you can fill out a treatment request card. So without any further ado, from your humble announcer, I would like to introduce the tenor of tangents, our Reverend Jonathan Zenz.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you. You're fired. Good morning.
Good morning.
How is everyone this morning? I know you all came here just to hear the announcements, right? Yes. So that's it. We can all go home now, right? No. I do want to just a couple of things I do want to touch on. Yes, I am going to Guatemala. There are a couple of people who have expressed interest in going to Guatemala with me. That's going to be May 18th through the 24th. And I'm going to be volunteering at an orphanage there during that week. So if you are interested in that, you may just come talk to me about it, because basically what it requires is let's get some plane tickets and let's go, because everything else basically gets taken care of. We're looking at, I'm doing this in conjunction with James Mellon, who is my mentor back in Los Angeles. And we are now looking at renting a house rather than using the accommodations that they have there. So anyway, there's a lot of stuff going on there. We're also going to be doing a collection of items that I can put into a suitcase and take with me to Guatemala. So I'm going to have a list out this week of those items. So keep an eye out for that. Yes, I'm doing the Sondheim and Schwartz Cabaret, which I'm really excited about, because Sondheim and Schwartz are two of my favorite Broadway composers, and I come from a musical theater background, so why the heck not? It's going to be an awesome evening on Thursday, yes, Thursday, June 5th, so join us for that. So we are here for a good time, right? We are here for a good time. We are here to know one thing and one thing only here at the Center for Spiritual Living, and that is God is who I am, God is who you are, God is right here, fully present in this space, in this time, and there is nothing else. There's nothing but God. And you know what's really great about that? I can relax into that understanding and know that all is cared for in my life. All is well, exactly. All is well. Everything is always unfolding for my highest good and for your highest good. Whether the circumstances seem to look like that or not, circumstances are seeming. And circumstances are changeable. And the way we change circumstances is by changing our minds, by changing our thought process, by changing our beliefs, and changing the feelings that are in support of all of that. So that's what I am here to celebrate. That's what I am here to do, to embody this principle a little bit more each and every moment. Are you on board with me with that? Yes. Awesome. So let's get started. I'm going to invite here to share with you her words of wisdom this morning. By the way, I just want you to know I've had only one cup of coffee today. I wore short sleeves because I am bringing spring in. I don't care if it's, only 9 degrees outside. Spring is here, and I am springy. I am sprung. So I've got a lot to tell you about today. I've got a lot to offer you today. But here to offer you what she has to offer, please welcome to the lectern our practitioner of the day, Helen Bello.
Good morning, everyone. And happy spring. Happy warm weather. So, interestingly enough, this week I received a text. It was a chain text. You know how you get chain emails, chain letters? Now you get chain texts. And it was a really interesting text. It was telling me that I was the prettiest and best mom, and I deserved to be known for that, and that I needed to pass this on to 7 other moms because they also needed to know that, as well as back to the mom that sent it to me. So that's really nice, thank you. But I had a little bit of an issue with it because I don't believe in the best and the prettiest and I feel like that sets up a little bit of competition. So it gave me some pause for thought. And I thought about my response back to this person, and I wanted her to know that She was absolutely beautiful inside and out, and she didn't need external validation for that, but to really know that for herself, that that was an important thing. And I think that's something that, even though it's really nice to receive things, we need to know. We need to know this for ourselves. And it also gave me an opportunity to think about what is the kind of energy that I really want to put out there through social media. And I love to text, and I love social media. And I thought, well, we don't live entirely by ourselves. We are one as God, and we are also individual parts of humanity. And each person around us is influencing ourselves, and we're influencing others. And we have this silent spiritual force within us that is as powerful as any physical force. And if you think about hanging out with people and how wonderful it is to hang out with them, and they're optimistic and upbeat, and their cup is half full all the time, and they're putting that loving energy out there, it feels really good. And each day we have a choice. We have a choice in how we bring ourselves to life. And so I ask you, is your cup half full, or is your cup half empty? We have the power to direct our energy to bring peace and joy and abundance to ourselves, and also to share that with people in the world. And so to fill up with our own self-love and our own joy and our own peace, and so that we're so filled up, there's a surplus that we can give out to others. And so there was a reading by Ernest Holmes that I'd like to share with you in Living the Science of Mind. And he says, we know that the power that is within us is good. It is a power of life, love, truth, beauty, and peace. It is not only a power, it is the final power in the universe, because it is God. And it is God present everywhere and in all people. For just as there is an energy caught from the universe and locked into a physical atom that can be loosed, there is a spiritual energy caught up in every person's mind and locked up in individual life, waiting to be used. Faith and conviction are the instruments through which this energy is used. And as just in the physical science, natural energy is hooked up to run a machine or a streetcar or create a light and heat for definite purposes, so can we use the spiritual power that is within us to heal, to bless, to love, and to prosper. So take time today to consider what spiritual reactions you're sending out, whether it's via email or through your thoughts and your energy, and just get really, really clear that we can send out this incredible energy of love, and we have the power to bring love and light and healing and peace and abundance to everyone on the earth plane. So I have an affirmation, and it is, I use my spiritual power within to heal, bless, and prosper. And so I ask you to repeat this with me out loud. I use my spiritual power within to heal, bless, and prosper. One more time. I use my spiritual power within to heal, bless, and prosper. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you. So I'm going to invite you to take that affirmation in. I use my spiritual power within to heal, to bless, and prosper. There is that within each and every one of us, which is a healing force, a blessed force, and a prospering force. And when we express that and share it with the world, we change this world. That's what I know. So, allow yourself to simply resonate with that idea, taking it in, breathing into that. I'm here to remind you of your magnificence, to help you awake
awake to all the wonder that you are. I long to show you all the joy you're worthy of. I'm here to remind you how much you're truly loved. I'm here to remind you of your magnificence, to help you awake to all the wonder that you are. I long to show you all the joy you're worthy of. I'm here to remind you how much you're truly loved.
And what I know is in this moment, and in each and every moment, the magnificence of the universe is within each one of us. This magnificent expression of life, this light, this love, this peace, joy, beauty, grace, and wisdom that is in and through all of life is within. For it is life expressing to the fullest. Love expressing in each and every moment, and letting the joy, that wellspring of joy within each one of us, bubble up and out into the world, knowing that as we do so, life is an expression of love and light and beauty and joy in each and every moment, and that this is how we bring healing to the world. For we have come together as one community here in this room and online and beyond this room to know the truth that we are God expressing in each and every moment. We are magnificent, we are love, and we are supported by this energy of God in each and every moment to open up to the beauty and to live it fully. And for this knowing, and for us coming together today as a community, I am grateful. And I know that as my word is spoken, as I declare it is so, it is done. For I release my word into that perfect law, that law that is the doer. And I let it go, and I trust, and I know, and I hold the faith that everything that I put into that law is expressed absolutely perfectly in my experience. So I release and I let go. And together we say, and so it is.
Just take a breath. I'm here to remind you of your magnificence, to help you awake to all the wonder that you are. I long to show you all the joy you're worthy
Helen. Thank you to the band. Thank you to everyone present. Okay. I'm switching it up, just so you're aware. Relax.
Okay.
You have a few minutes.
Great.
It just came to me that I'm going to now go to you at this moment. So just hang out, because I want to give you a proper introduction, right? So we've been doing this ongoing series. We are in week 7, right? Week 7 of an ongoing series on the 10 core concepts of this philosophy that is called the science of mind. And each week I have introduced to you one of our practitioner students to come up and give you a bit of wisdom based on the particular core concepts that we are covering for that particular week. So this week, our practitioner student who's going to be presenting for you core concept number 7, please welcome to the lectern Cheryl Pochik. What's that? This is core concept 7. Just give the minister a heart attack. But you know what? Actually, here's the thing. Even if you had prepared the wrong one,
It would have been perfect.
I could have given you the core concept and you could have talked about it with no problem.
That's right.
Because that's how good these students are.
That's right.
Carmen, my microphone lesson from Carmen.
Very
Good morning,
good.
everybody. Good morning. So yes, I'm here to talk to you about core concept 7. And this concept speaks to us about a reciprocal universe. For every action, there is an equal reaction. The universe always delivers in harmony and in balance that which we put into it. And as we all study science of mind, we embrace the science that our mental equivalent, our thought, is in complete balance with what shows up in our life, to the degree that we believe we experience. And as we know this to be the truth, we become more and more mindful of what we're thinking, believing, saying, doing, and feeling. Because we know that how we are is how the universe responds back to us. The universe is reciprocal. And because the universe is reciprocal, I started to think about core concept 7, and I correlated it with the golden rule that Jesus taught us. Do unto others as you would have others do unto you. In my investigation of different religions, I found that they all have their own version of this golden rule. In a comparison from Sermon on the Mount author Emmett Fox, he says the golden rule serves as the perfect summary of the kind of righteousness the kingdom of heaven expects in respect to man's relationship to man. So in other words, like core concept 7, we are being shown how to live in harmony in the universe and with each other. Was Jesus teaching us anything new when he made this statement? Many people believe that he was merely repeating what someone else had already taught. Emmett Fox makes an interesting point because he says it's somewhat of a new message because, like our science of mind teachings, it's been stated in the positive, whereas many other religions state it more in a negative context. For this reason, he refers to them as the silver rules. So I'm going to read for you a couple of these silver rules, and I invite you to notice whether they're sounding negative or positive, just to notice how they're all describing core concept 7, that we live in a reciprocal universe. So from the Hindu religion, we're taught, this is the sum of duty. Do not to others, which if done to thee would cause thee pain. From the Buddhist community, we are taught, hurt not others with that which pains yourself. The Jewish traditions teach us, what is hateful to you, do not to your fellow man. This is the entire law, the rest is commentary. The Muslims bring us this message, no one of you is a believer until he desires for his brother that which he desires for himself. And last, from the Baha'i faith, we are taught, he should not wish for others that which he doth not wish for himself, nor promise that which he doth not fulfill. So as you can see, the golden rule is a prominent thread through many religions and cultures. It's no wonder that it's also referred to as the golden law, because its essence has been socially adapted as the basis for moral and ethical codes of conduct around the world. And in closing, all these findings have brought me full circle to the one thing that science of mind teaches us, and that's that there is only one thing happening here, and that is God. And as we embody that we are all God, we consciously live the reciprocal law for the highest good of all. And my affirmation for today is, what I am to the universe is to me. So I'll say that one more time, and then I'll invite you to join in me in saying it out loud. What I am to the universe is to me. And together with me, what I am to the universe is to me. Thank you.
Brilliant minds we have here. Yes? Yes. Yeah, it was wonderful. Thank you. And I'm so glad you brought up the golden rule, because I didn't bring that up in my talk at all today. But you're absolutely right. And it is a common thread through all religion. And if we embodied nothing other than the golden rule, it doesn't matter what your belief in God is or if you have a belief in God. If we embodied the golden rule, every single one of us, then wouldn't life just be easier? Because everybody would be treating everyone else with dignity and respect no matter what. Because isn't that the way you would choose to be treated? And isn't that the way you choose to treat yourself? And if you treat others the way you would treat yourself, then it all works out, right? I love it. This was also, so the reason I switched this up is because this is a perfect, knowing what the core concept is a perfect introduction to the song that is going to be performed today. And we have a very special guest performer today who brought this song and said, I want to sing this song. And I said, great. And then she was rehearsing. I'm going to totally call you out on this. And she's rehearsing, and she has the music stand and all the lyrics in front of her, and she does it a couple times. I said, you don't need the music stand. And I saw the fear come up in her, right? So here is Carmen Noseworthy and the Queen Street Band with no lyrics in front of her because she's awesome.
If you want more love, give love. If you want more joy, give joy. If you want more peace, give peace. If you want more, give. If you want more, give. If you want more money, give your money. If you want more time, give up your time. If you want more friends, be a friend. And if you want more, give. If you want more, give. When you give, you receive. It's as simple as that. There's no effort, no struggle. It's just a simple fact. If you want to see a change, be the change. If you want to have more truth, tell your truth. If you want more gratitude, give thanks. And if you want more, give. If you want more, give. When you give, you receive. It's as simple as that. There's no effort, no struggle. It's just a simple fact. It's just a simple fact. It's just a simple fact, Jack. Oh, if you want more love, got to give that love. If you want more joy, got to give that joy. And if you want peace, got to give peace. If you want more, give. Oh, if you want more, just give. Yeah, if you want more, you got to give. Oh yeah, If you want more now, it takes to give, yeah. If you want more, you got to give. If you want more, you got to give. If you want more, you got to give.
Pretty. Thank you. Ah, yes. Isn't that awesome? It's an awesome song. Yeah. Who knew? Yes, we did know. We did know. So, okay. All right. I only have 20 pages of notes today. If you are on Facebook and you saw me post this morning saying that I had to stop myself from taking more notes because I'm so revved up and jazzed by today and what this means today, because we really are in the nitty-gritty of this philosophy. If you want more, give. That's the truth. Because we live in a reciprocal universe. That's the core concept of the day. We live in a reciprocal universe. So for what you put out, that's what you are getting back. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. So what are you putting out? That's the question. What are you putting out? What are you putting out? So I will repeat the core concept for you. This is a reciprocal universe. For every visible form, there is an invisible counterpart. Everything in nature tends to equalize itself to keep its balance true. For every visible form, there is an invisible counterpart. This is basically saying, for everything that shows up in your life, you hear me say this a million times, for everything that shows up in your life, there is something that is happening in mind that is the cause to that effect showing up in your life. We teach the law of cause, that's your mind, and effect, that's the stuff that's showing up. Now, the reason people a lot of times don't want to hear this is because we see things that don't feel so good sometimes, right? And we don't want to believe that we are cause to those things. Right? Yeah. Because there are things that we see that are not so nice. Truth is, if you are experiencing it, you are cause to it. Not to put anyone in a place of blame. Because the better news is, if you are experiencing it, and you recognize and know that you are cause to it, then you get to be the cause to its change. And the power is only coming through you, within you. That's it. So there's great news in knowing that you are cause to everything that shows up in your experience, because if it doesn't feel so good, you get to change it. And, that's why we come here and we're all so happy on a Sunday. Because we know this truth and we live this truth, right? Every single one of us. Throughout the week, we live this truth no matter what. Yes? All right, those three. Yes? Until you hit the DVP. The DVP is nothing compared to the 405, let me tell you. If you're from Los Angeles, you know what I'm talking about. So for everything that shows up, you are cause to it, and you get to shift it if it doesn't feel so good. Oh. I relax into that. I relax into that understanding and know that this is how my life unfolds. So, I'm going to ramble through again because I want to keep reminding you of these core concepts as we have done them in order. Number 1, God is all there is. Number 2, God is threefold or triune in nature. That means there's spirit, soul, body. That means that there is a relationship between cause and effect. That's what that really means. If you really want to know the spirit, soul, body part, go watch that talk. Because I could take another whole talk to explain that, right? Number 3, the Word creates. The Word creates. The Word is the spiritual energy, not the spoken word, even though the spoken word is a spiritual energy, but it is that which is behind the spoken word. That is creative. We call it the Word with a capital W. 4, core concept 4, we use this power consciously through prayer. And so as you pray, you are utilizing Word, the Word, to create in your life. Number 5, we live in a unified whole. The experience of life is in unity with and as the divine power, even in the face of seeming opposites. It's all the same thing. Number 6, we also live in a universe, this is one of my favorites. Number 6, we also live in a universe of infinite abundance. How is that showing up in your life? I love that. Thumbs up. Yes, we live in a universe of infinite abundance, and the more we become attuned and aligned with that principle, with that understanding, boy, what shows up in your life? But more money, more wealth, more love, more happiness, more relationships, better relationships, things that really support the concept and idea of living, which is what we are here to do, to create extraordinary lives. That's the mission statement that I have chosen to allow to be the mission statement for this center. And so 7, core concept 7, the universe is infinitely balanced. The universe is infinitely balanced. So you know me, right? I am harping all the time, right, on habitual thinking. I talk about habitual thinking all the time. What is the habit or tendency of your thought? Because even though, yes, we can create individual things by focusing and creating and doing a prayer for this one thing in our lives, really the way that you change your life to live an extraordinary life is to shift the habitual thinking that is going on all the time. Because habit will always override the one idea. Now, the one idea can recreate your habit as long as you stay attuned to and keep affirming the one idea. And there's really only one idea to know ultimately, and that is core concept number 1, God is all there is. Because if you really get that, if you really embody that, the other 9 take care of themselves. So, as we talk about core concept 7, everything in nature tends to equalize itself. This is really why I harp so much on the tendency of your thinking. Another thing to consider is this idea. When I talk about God is all there is, this is one of my favorite things that Ernest Holmes, and it's funny because I've read this 1,000 times. Ernest Holmes wrote this in The Science of Mind. He wrote, God is a principle, not a personality. God is a principle, not a personality. And even within this philosophy, when we sit, and he writes it in the book, right? He says, God, blah, 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 and he, blah, 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 and he, we still give God personality. But that is our layering upon the principle and idea. Y'all with me? Awesome. When we lay upon the principle and idea, we anthropomorphize this idea, this principle. It actually tends to work not in our favor. Because that is when we start to feel separation from the principle and start to feel like we are powerless against the principle. And so what I'm here to tell you is when you really understand that God is a principle and not something, not a personality, God is simply the law of cause and effect working all the time, no matter what. When you really embody that, life gets easy. I wrote here, we are not subject to the whims of a petty or jealous deity. How many of you grew up with the concept that God was a jealous God? Yeah, a few of you. It's actually quite common in a lot of religious philosophies. And I don't, if that works, great. It doesn't work for me. That's what I know. It just doesn't work for me. If I believe that God is a jealous God, why would I want to, have anything to do with that God? I mean, if God were a jealous God, what kind of God would we be dealing with, really? What's that? No, please. Yeah. Yeah. Childish. Did you read my notes? Because that's really what I wrote. I wrote, childish. If God were a jealous God, then God, by nature, would be a childish God, an insecure God, because there is no need for God to be jealous. That's not a God I would trust. So let's thank God that God is not that. Thank you, God. Thanks to the principle of life. Yes. So what does it mean? What does it mean that God is a principle? Because that's a really let's face it, that's a very heady concept, right? I mean, I can stand up here and say, God is a principle, and you could say, what, like in my school? No, that's principal, as opposed to principle, P-L-E. What is a principle? A principle is a fundamental truth. So God is the only fundamental truth. That's really what we're saying here. God is the natural law. It is mechanical in nature in the way that it demonstrates and shows up in your life. The effects in your life are simply mechanical reactions to cause. So really, God is the law of cause and effect. God is the law. Not some man out there doing things to you. It's simply the law. It is the law. When I really understand that God is just the law, then I get to recognize and know that I'm just using the principle at all times. And it actually aligns me more intuitively with this principle, in unity and harmony with this principle, where I can start to embody the golden rule and let that be the tone of my life. Oh, I can relax. I get to relax. Are you relaxed? Awesome. Ernest Holmes writes this in the sun. What's going on? Is it the water? Okay. I hear laughs and I start to get a little concerned that it's me. No, I'm not that insecure. Ernest Holmes writes this. If we lack, if we are poor, if we are without friends, if we are without opportunity, we should erase from our consciousness any sense of lack. We erase thought from consciousness by pouring in an opposite thought. This thought meets the other and neutralizes its effect. I'm going to read that again. If we lack, if we are poor, if we are without friends, if we are without opportunity, we should erase from our consciousness any sense of lack. We erase thought from consciousness by pouring in an opposite thought. This thought meets the other and neutralizes its effect. So, the practitioner students heard this on Tuesday. I talked about this on Tuesday, right? With the glass and the... So imagine, and I lovingly will recognize my dear friend Jo Jordan, who brought this up in her practitioner studies. This is back years ago. Imagine this glass is filled with disgustingly filthy water. I thought that would get a laugh. I guess I was wrong. All right. Imagine it's filled with disgustingly filthy water. And I did. And this disgustingly filthy water, don't laugh. This disgustingly filthy water is your mind. Ew. It's all the negative thinking that's going on in your mind. It's all the lack consciousness that's going on in your mind. It's all the less than, oh, I am not worthy ideas that are going on in your mind. The way that you get rid of the filthy water is to take a pitcher of clean water and have a constant flow of clean water pouring into the cup. What happens is the cup begins to overflow. All of the dirty thoughts eventually wash away. That's how you do it. It is a process, you know. That's the big thing. A lot of people come in here thinking, oh, if I go to the Center for Spiritual Living on a Sunday and I go maybe 1 or 2 Sundays, I'm going to be fixed for life. And that may be. That can happen. I'm not denying that that can happen. But if we are going to shift the tendency of our thinking, it is about a constant process of rethinking. And that is pouring the clean water from that pitcher into your cup. Everything is always, always, always in balance according to the tendency of your mind. This is really what we refer to as, here comes a jargon phrase, mental equivalence. Mental equivalence. Now don't get hung up on the words. Here's what mental equivalent basically means. the mental equivalent is the idea in your mind that shows up in your life. That's it. It's as simple as that. And we call it a mental equivalent because whatever is showing up in your life is completely 100% equal to what is happening in your mind. Does that make sense? So I've just taught you all mental equivalence, something it took me about 3 years to really understand deeply. So the way to change is to reassess your mental equivalence. Ernest Holmes writes this: prayer, and we, in one of the previous core concepts, we talk about prayer is the way we do this. This is what we teach. Prayer is the way we do this. Now, the thing about prayer, Ernest Holmes writes, prayer does something to the mind of the one praying. It does not do anything to God. We must not only believe, we must know that our belief measures the extent and degree of our blessing. Prayer does not a thing to God. Prayer does not make God do anything for you. Prayer is simply changing your mind. Whatever it takes to change your mind. One of the primary lessons that I teach all of these practitioner students, I'm sure they're really sick of me saying it, is what does spiritual mind treatment do? What is the purpose of spiritual mind treatment? The only purpose of spiritual mind treatment. All right, Shah Rose, what is the only purpose of spiritual mind treatment? To change the practitioner's mind as to the condition. That's it. Because far too many of us are praying, trying to change the thing out there. Right? How many of us are still doing that, even though we've been in this philosophy for years? We're still trying to change the thing out there. That thing out there will never change until you change your mind. That's the basic law. That is the basic law of mental equivalence. That's the basic law of correspondence. Prayer is answered not because God decided to answer your prayer. Prayer is answered because of the clarity and tenacity and faith of the one doing the praying. Prayer is answered mechanically. It's answered mechanically. We talk about this as a mechanical law. So the idea in mind is the mental equivalent. The thing that shows up is called your demonstration. And they're always in balance 100% of the time. They can never be out of balance, because if they were out of balance, that would mean that there was something that kept it out of balance. God is always pure in balance. So, all right. Who would like to be my guinea pig? Anyone? I need a volunteer. Anyone? All right, come on up, Shah Rose. I've done this demonstration before. I'm going to do it again. Oh, dear. Okay. You know what to do, right? No? All right, Helen, I'm going to actually invite you up as well. I would like you to tell us about life. Don't worry whether you call it good or bad, right? Just talk about your life. And what I'm going to do is, as she's talking about her life, I'm going to be the law of cause and effect. We'll get to you in just a minute, Helen. I'm going to be the law of cause and effect. And so, just tell me about your life. Life is wonderful. It's a beautiful day, and you experience it beautifully. Yes. And you will enjoy yourself, continued enjoyment of life. You know what? She's a practitioner student. She's saying all the right things.
Oh, let me throw a few other things in.
Throw me a few curveballs, just for the demonstration.
I wish I had the money to send my nephew to this Guatemala thing.
You live in lack, and
Yeah.
everything shows up as lack in your life.
Yeah, and I so hope that he would take to the idea.
Well, in hope, there is room for failure, so you probably will fail.
Well, yes, and given that, I don't know if his parents would support that.
Yeah, parents are totally unsupportive. So there's the demonstration. I'm being the law, basically just responding in inequality to what she's putting out there. Now, what I'm going to invite Helen to do is to be the love part of the equation. And the love part of the equation is this. It is the spiritual truth. And this is what we are trying to embody when we do prayer, when we engage in the process of prayer. All right? So I'm going to invite Helen to, so you're going to tell basically the same stories, right?
Oh, gosh, I've got to remember it.
Or something
Yes,
similar.
yes.
And Helen is going to be the love part of the equation.
I'm so concerned about him.
He is a divine expression of God at all times.
Yeah. But I worry. I mean, there is so much hard activity around him. I mean, the other day he was telling me about the brother of a friend of his who was shot. He died in this accident that was in the news.
He has the power within him to choose goodness at each and every moment, and everything that is expressing is always God demonstrating absolutely perfectly.
And he's such a wonderful kid. And, even though I worry, I see that he's always choosing the good. I know that he was in difficulties around his job, and he said to me, I'm going to go home and I'm going to meditate until I feel love. And he said he did that for 2 hours.
And there are an infinite number of jobs out there, and the perfect one will show up in his life as he is doing the work. And that your ability to understand and know the truth is far more powerful than your worry.
Yes,
Great.
thank you.
You get it? Thank you very much.
Okay. Whew.
You get it? What is it that you are putting out there? And if it is a story that you're telling that is not feeling so good, here's what your job is. Your job is to know the spiritual truth, to be the love side of the equation. And that takes practice. But that is what we are engaged in, spiritual practice. So, engage in that spiritual practice more and more every single day. Don't let the law simply just show up in your life. You tell the law what to do. That is your responsibility. Tell the law what to do. Sorry, I get a little excited and I start clapping, and I'm not trying to be aggressive, even though I'm not trying to be aggressive. I am just naturally aggressive, right? No. All right, so our possibilities will never, ever extend beyond self-concept. Our possibilities will never extend beyond self-concept. So what is your concept of yourself? Do you perceive yourself as an expression of the infinite, or do you perceive yourself as something less than? Because your experience of life will never extend beyond that self-concept. Our potential is infinite. Our potential is infinite. To experience the infinite, we must expand our concept of self. That's why we're harping all the time on God is the only thing going on. And it is who and what you are. It is who and what I am. It is who and what we are. We are all experiencing the life of this divine principle. It is the very presence and essence of life itself. But to elicit change, start right where you are. Start right where you are. Be systematic about it. And here's a really important part of this. Never give up. And never give in. You are the one who is in charge. You are the one who is going to shift your life, and nobody else is going to do it for you. No practitioner can truly do it for you. I cannot do it for you. Now, we can pray into our own minds and change our own minds about our concept of you, but it is your receptivity to that change that elicits the change in your life. So essentially, you're the one doing the work anyway. We can help you with that, but you're the one who does it. Treatment impels action. Prayer impels action. And we talk about this too as the concept of treat and move your feet, right? And some people get it wrong. It's like, I'm going to do the treatment, and now I'm going to step over here, and I'm going to do some activity that seems in line with the treatment, but may or may not be based in what my consciousness is. And it may actually be taking me down the wrong path. The prayer itself will impel you down the correct path. And if you are not impelled to action in some way by the prayer, keep praying. Keep praying, because treatment, prayer, impels the action. Ernest Holmes writes, and I want to, just so you know, in the Science of Mind textbook, this particular thing I'm about to read is in all caps, so he thinks this is really, really important. To desert the truth in the hour of need is to prove that we do not know the truth. I have a lot of people who get embarrassed when things start to go awry in their life. And you know what ends up happening? They're people who have been long-standing participants in Sunday. They come to classes, and when things start to go awry, they disappear. And I'm going to encourage each and every one of you to not disappear, even if the circumstances of your life seem to be going awry, because where you should be is in a place that is going to remind you of the truth, so that you can more efficiently and more effectively turn it around. If things seem to be going awry, show up here. Show up. Let me know. You can talk to me in private. You can always speak to a practitioner in private. When you're in a session, it is completely confidential. Completely confidential. We don't go around, hey, Helen, did I tell you about so-and-so? No, we don't do that. That would be so unethical. We are here to help. This center is here to help. So don't desert the truth in your hour of need. Find someone who can help you know the truth in your hour of need. Because if you are deserting it, it proves that you do not trust it. You do not trust the truth, and you actually don't trust the reciprocal nature of the universe. We are here to change lives. We are here to create extraordinary lives. And I get it. I get that you can have feelings of shame and guilt around the things that may not be showing up well in your life. But where do you change it? You change it here. You change your mental equivalent. Look for help to change your mental equivalent, and the demonstration in your life shows up perfectly. If you believe in the power of prayer, and I believe you do believe in the power of prayer, or otherwise, why would you be here? If you believe in the power of prayer, then let prayer be the net. Life is not walking a tightrope without a net. You always have a net. We are here to act as a net. The word totally just escaped me. No, it's there. The word is there. Your embodiment of this truth on the heart space, not just an intellectual knowing, although it does start with the intellectual knowing. Your embodiment of this truth is the net. And no matter what, your life is always unfolding on purpose and with purpose. Life is always in balance. Life is always in balance according to your thought. So my encouragement to you today is to take charge of the balancing act. And if you ever seem to stumble, please know there is always a net. Namaste. There is always a net. So as the band prepares to play during our time of offering, I want to remind everyone that what you give to the center, please give it as a gift of love. This is the time when we do our giving. And also 5% of what we collect today is going to your charity, Parkinson's. Yes? And so thank you, Kathy, for your brilliant consciousness being here with us today, because that's important. So yes, a portion of today does go to that registered charity, and as the baskets go around, we are going to sing Infinite Love It's on page 32 of your songbooks, and please feel free to stand up and stretch and dance and have a good time while this is happening.
1, 2. Infinite love flow through me. Infinite love flow through me. Infinite love flow through me. Help me to be all I can be. Infinite joy flow through me. Infinite joy flow through me. Infinite joy flow through me. Help me to be all I can be. Infinite peace flow through me. Infinite peace flow through me. Infinite peace flow through me. Help me to be all I can be. Infinite love flow through me. Infinite love flow through me. Infinite love flow through me. Help me to be all I can be. All right. I'm going to invite Helen to do a blessing over the offering.
Oh, as we come together in this moment, knowing and understanding that as we give, we receive, and as we receive, we give, and this reciprocal universe is always, always expressing. And so, in gratitude for all that we have received today, the board acknowledges these gifts and uses them with respect and honor to grow this center, to spread these teachings throughout our community, to love and support each and every person in this community and beyond. And so, for all that we have received today, this incredible currency of love, I say thank you. And I know that as my word is released into that law, it is done. It is done, and the energy flows, and all is well. And together we say, and so it is.
Thank you, Helen. All right. I want to thank everyone who makes this service possible each and every week. This week in particular, I want to thank Judy and Angelica, who are our board members on duty, for their service. Yes, thank you. I want to thank Toby, who is here to set up. I want to thank our greeters, Kathy and Jim. In the bookstore today is Patricia. I want to thank in the sound booth, Carrie. I want to thank Tony, who's on our webcast and making sure that we get out to the internet beautifully, easily, efficiently, and effectively. I want to thank Cheryl for your brilliant words of wisdom today. Wonderful. Thank you. I want to thank our practitioner of the day, Helen Vallot, for your service. Thank you very much. Beautiful meditation, beautiful. Everything was just gorgeous today. You note that the mirrors are gone? Yes. I want to thank John for coming in and crashing the mirrors down for us. And yes, we're in a process of transition here, so be ready because we're changing, and it's going to start happening fast. That's what I know. I'm really excited about the change that's happening here. I want to thank Carmen Noseworthy for bringing that song. I want to thank the band. I also want to thank everyone who participated bringing in some food for our fellowship today and potluck, which we do the first Sunday of every month, because it is also Bring a Friend Sunday. And if you are here for the first time today, I do want to say thank you for bringing your consciousness to share with us in this message today. And I trust and know that you are on your perfect path. And if you see somebody new today, I encourage every single one of us to say hello to new people. Yes, all right, and we can do that in fellowship. I'm not going to make you turn around and say hi to your neighbor right now, because I hated that in churches that I went to before. It used to drive me crazy. No, but when we do fellowship, please say hello to somebody new. And also, don't forget we have Shop Your Girlfriend's Closet today as well in support of the center. So, take a breath.
Allow yourself to simply resonate with breath, in breath. As we relax into this final moment, into this final expression, with a reminder that as we do live in a reciprocal universe, all is unfolding perfectly and easily, for that is the nature of God. God, the principle. God, the law. God is inherently perfect. And so it is always showing up according to our understanding and our belief and our decision. So choose wisely. Choose greatly. Choose brilliantly. Choose life. Now that I know the truth, I can't go back to what I used to do. I can't pretend or ignore or go back to what I believed before. I can't live without your love. I can't live without your light. I can't live without your message. I can't live without your warmth. I can't live without your wisdom. I can't live without your message. So I know this message is a message of goodness, for that is how this perfect universe is always unfolding. It is always unfolding for our highest good. It is unfolding according to our beliefs and our ideas and thoughts. And this is because each and every one of us is a perfect individualization of this divine energy, expressing at our level of it. And so we rise to a new level in every moment. I trust and know that this perfect universe is unfolding with the highest expression of health for each and every one of us, a most abundant wealth for each and every one of us. I trust and know that all of our relationships are in perfect order and serving our highest needs all the time, no matter what. And I trust and know in the pure, perfect creative expression for each and every one of us, knowing that all is always unfolding, allowing it to unfold, simply stepping out of the way, trusting in full faith that the outcome is assured for the highest good of each and every one of us. I simply say thank you. I resonate with a heart full of gratitude for this understanding, for this teaching, and for this time today that acts as a reminder to move forward into this week, trusting this, knowing this, and in gratitude for this. I release this word to that perfectly corresponding law, that immutable law that simply does, in balance, always. I let it be so, and together we say, and so it is. Now that I know I'm God, I can't hide behind this old facade. I can't lie to myself or pretend I'm not perfect health. I can't live without your love. I can't live without your light. I can't live without your message. I can't live without your warmth. I can't live without your wisdom. I can't live without your message. I can't live without your message. go back to what I used to do. All right. We're going to end it out with that beautiful Ricky Byers-Beckwith song, I Release. It's on page 8. You guys ready? Am I ready? That's the big question.
You ready?
There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all for myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you gotta let it go. Let it all go. And this is what you got to say. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Have a great week, everyone.